Many students are finding themselves in online classes for the first time. Let's talk about the tools you need. But first, know that no one expects you to do your best work right now. Your studies might not be your number one priority, and that's okay. I hope these 5 tools will help you transition from the classroom to online. Staying organized is crucial for an online class. Keep detailed notes. Information can be harder to track when you're learning online than in a classroom, so notes are your best tool. I recommend using a notebook and pen because I think it's easier to free write and brainstorm that way. If you have a computer or tablet, download and organize the class material on your hard drive or an online filing system. You can highlight and take notes on documents if you download them. Use an agenda to keep track of your daily to-do list and major deadlines. Even if your professors give you an online schedule and remind you of deadlines, it helps to keep track of everything in one place. And if possible, have a dedicated workspace. It might help to find a space where you can focus and avoid interruptions. This can be difficult depending on your living situation. You might need to discuss your needs and negotiate boundaries with roommates, friends, family members, loved ones, and pets. If you don't have a dedicated workspace, keep your work materials together and organized in a way that makes them easy to move to a workspace. Basically, it helps to have everything set up to work so that you have one less step between you and your work. Online classes frequently have less structure, so it's important to manage your time carefully and create reliable study habits. How do you do this? Well, you create a routine. Routines help tasks feel like second nature. It does not have to be a specific schedule where you do tasks at a given time. A routine is looser. Maybe your routine is that you do most of your readings in the morning after you drink your coffee because that's when you feel sharpest. Maybe your routine is to eat the frog, which means you try to complete the task you dread the most first so it doesn't hang over your head all day. Maybe your routine is that you give yourself a reward in the middle and the end of your work so you stay in a good mood. Pay attention to what time of day you work best. One of the benefits of online classes is that they provide more flexibility. So if your mind is really sharp at 2 a.m., that's a perfectly good time to work. Give yourself enough time in your schedule to complete assignments by the deadlines. This often means breaking larger assignments into smaller steps and chipping away at them one at a time. Having a detailed to-do list can help with this. Try to avoid procrastination. This is hard. I will make a separate video on procrastination. Everyone is different, so pay attention to what works for you. Maybe you like to stack your books next to your bed because you always read before you fall asleep. Maybe you work well with your pet on your lap because it helps you feel less lonely. Be self-reflective so that you can note what works and does not work. Online classes require independent learning, even if they involve group work and lectures. So, how do you become an independent learner? Do not just memorize information. Ask yourself questions. Think about why something is the case or why the author puts forward a particular idea. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Why? Why is this issue even important? Challenge yourself to think more deeply about your answers by developing the ability to look at an idea from multiple perspectives. Don't rely on your first impression or your assumptions. Think about it more. Stay curious and get inspired by immersing yourself in the topic. Curiosity is a huge part of learning. It motivates you to investigate ideas and think about them more. If you're not feeling motivated because the subject matter is difficult or confusing to you, there are a lot of online resources beyond what your professor provides. For every discipline and subject matter, there are social media accounts, podcasts, YouTube channels, memes, websites for popular audiences. These can be useful resources for expanding your understanding and piquing your interest, as long as you do not use them as substitutes for reading the class material. Take care of yourself. It's hard to learn if you don't feel well, so make sure you think about your physical, emotional, social, and other needs. Remember to move, stretch, do light exercises so you don't get stiff. Go outside, get fresh air. Feed your body healthy foods and stay hydrated. Find ways to stay connected. If online classes feel a little isolating to you, make sure you still connect with friends and family. Ask for help when you need it. Remember, your professors want you to do well and they're there to help. And universities have a number of offices devoted to helping students. Also, have an accountability buddy. This is someone you can tell about your progress on goals and deadlines so that you stay on track. You can also share your learning experiences with each other. Even if you aren't in the same class, interesting cross-pollination can happen. It's great for motivation, especially if you're feeling isolated. I hope you found this video helpful. Take care and be well.